All right, fellas, we back with part two of this interview that we doing with Jeremy. But first off, I want to let y'all know, for anybody that's up in this part of the town, the budget we pulled up from Sanford, North Carolina. Now, hey, I'm with my man John Armstrong down at Buchanan's Auto Savage and Recycling, and that's the number right there that y'all can contact him with if you got old cars that you need pulled out and junk. This is the man that you need to contact. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get back in here and we're gonna pick this interview back up with Jeremy. Now what we done was, for all of y'all guys that got carburetor motors, that y'all want some more horsepower, that's how you get it, fellas. You put just some spark plugs on top of a LS valve cover and you can get it. And so, like I said, we finna pick this thing right back up. Go to this website. Give a subscription to it. Give a thumbs up. It's a nice, fine young man behind this website. And what we're gonna do in part two is allow you to see a little bit more about him. Now, he got a four-door truck that he's building, and this is the prototype. This is where he headed. This is the rendering he's gonna put together. And based off of the work that I done seen him do in his shop, he's more than capable of getting that done. Break time over, Big J. It's time for us to find out a little bit more about
All right, what you want to know?
Okay, in the previous conversation that we had, you were telling me about stuff that you sent to SEMA. You had something to do with in SEMA.
Yes, sir.
The SEMA experience. Can you share a little bit about what that was all about?
Okay, if nobody knows what SEMA is, stop right now and go Google SEMA. SEMA is one of the largest trade shows for automotive industry in the world that's held at Las Vegas every year during Halloween. The last week of October, the first week of November, ever how it lays out. There is no way you can walk every building and see everything there. You're going to see new innovation stuff. You're going to see prototype stuff. You're going to see what's trending. You're going to see people you watch on television, but it's not open to the public. So that is another thing. So it's more people that's business owners and educators and builders and sellers that can get in there. There's new tools and stuff. So I was very fortunate to be a part of a team. When I started working at the college, that opened the door for me to get to SEMA. So the first time I went to SEMA was around 2008. It's just you can't fathom all the stuff that's there. So then when I got to be able to work for Richard Petty in the restoration shop, we started doing corporate builds, SEMA builds, Battle of the Builders, builds for Molly Aftermarket Performance, builds for Continental, that's the wife, Continental Tire, General Tire, Paralyzed Veterans of America. So each year I got to be able to be a part of building custom stuff that most people wouldn't see. Like I did a 71 Superbird for the Potosa Brothers from New York, an original Superbird that was vitamin C orange. It was a Hemi car. Did the Molly Camaro, I think it was in 2018. And then everybody that
You need a minute?
yeah. All right.
Pardon that interruption there. Had a couple of technical difficulties there, but let the brother get back on what he was saying.
So back with the SEMA builds, I was very fortunate enough to be a part of builds that was on the world platform. And that's big for me because where I live at here in Candor, there's only 815 people that live in the city limits. and I live 5 miles from town. So I was very fortunate enough to be a part of something that big. So the people that I watched on television my whole entire life, from growing up, Ryan Evans, Horny Mike, Shorty from Iron Resurrection, Chip Foose, Charlie Hutton, all, Gene Winfield, all the big hitters, the Diesel Brothers, Jesse James, every one of these guys, Kevin Tees, every one of these guys that I watched growing up, I started meeting in 2008, 2009, 2010, and then being a part of PPG, working for the school, being certified in PPG, that opened up doors where I could get education on going from, I don't want to say mediocre paint and body work, it just opened me up to get educated to stay on top of the field of things that are changing,
Cutting edge.
The cutting edge of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are still stuck in lacquer days and spraying enamel and tractor enamel. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a better way, an easier way.
Now, I want y'all to hold on for a minute. I got to do something. Built on the budget on the come up. I'm on the come up, man. Hey, look, I'm rubbing shoulders with some very important people. And then think about this, man. Hey, Ray, now you my boy, but you see who we called out. We got to be careful, man, who we call out, because this man here, he knows some things. And that's why I want y'all to go to his channel. You see it on his shirt. Don't just go and look at his stuff. Subscribe to it. Get a man some thumbs up. Give him some comments, man. Get to know this guy. He's shooting videos every day. He do nice work, and he's a wonderful guy, man. And I'm gonna let him tell you a few more things, because I know a lot of y'all want to watch pictures and stuff, but I'm interested in his story. So let me get the camera turned around, and we're gonna get back into his story. Now, he mentioned something a little earlier in what he was telling us, and a lot of y'all missed it, but I caught it the first time he said it. Now, you said you work for a famous race car driver?
Yeah, Richard Petty. Holly. Yeah, Richard Petty, the king.
Okay, he worked for the King.
I worked for the king.
And what did you do with the King?
So how I ended up with Richard was I worked at Randolph Community College at the Richard Petty Education Center, which is an associate's program for people to learn how to do collision work, restoration work, paint work. This whole industry is at the college. So when I went to Randolph Community College, I transferred from Sandhills and worked my shop, transferred from Sandhills to Randolph Community College. That opened the door for me to get into Richards at Petty's Garage in Level Cross. Not the race shop, not where you see on Sunday afternoons, not Sunday days, not that. The race shop, not the race shop, Petty's Garage. So by doing that, I got to get with Richard, the king. And people that worked with Richard every day of his life was afraid to ask him questions. I don't know if they was starstruck for so long and, I don't know. But Richard is the most humblest, most caring, most down-to-earth person that you will ever meet in your entire life. I promise you that. You can ask him anything and he'll tell you. So I got to work with him and work in the restoration shop doing custom builds, and I got exposed to things that this is Holly. I got exposed to stuff that I normally wouldn't get exposed to. That's Hollywood, and that's Hawkins. Hush. And so I got to work on a 61 Polara car, convertible, that was one of 11 ever made. And in 1963, it got sent to Europe to show Europe what the United States was doing at Mopar. This car was black with red interior. And the car had a 348 wedge. I believe that's what it was, a 348 wedge with aluminum hood. But the thing about it was, the VIN number plate was missing off of the car. So come to find out, the car actually went to, this is what's crazy about the car world. This car was built just to go to Europe in 1963 to show the Brits what we were doing in the hot rod. The 63 Polara is an ugly car. It's just ugly, but it's different, so it's cool. So the thing about it is the car, once it left Britain, it came back to the United States, and then one of the top people, CEO or somebody in the food chain at Mopar, liked the car so good, they sent it back through the assembly line. And they took the 348 out and then put a 426 wedge in it. They took the 3-speed out. They put a 4-speed in it. They changed a lot of stuff. And then on Mopar, you Mopar guys know that you'll see the first original plate, you see the first data plate, and then you got an additional. And every time they added something to the car, it had multiple plates added to it, and then it'd say continue, continue, continue. Well, by the time it came back to Mopar, when it came back to Mopar, they changed all this stuff, so therefore it was 1 of 11 when it left the first time, but when it came back and went through the assembly line and they changed it at the factory, now it's 1 of 1.
1 of 1.
1 of 1. So I got exposed to that working for Richard, and Richard's a super cool dude.
Now, y'all guys, the man was lying about he was working with the Kings. Y'all see who that is? So, the man ain't lying, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna show you a couple of more of the projects that he got going on, and then we're gonna bring this thing to a close. Now, this right here is not just your typical bread truck or tip-top truck or whatever panel truck. This truck gonna have some real cool stuff in it. I'm gonna let Jeremy tell you about what he got going on. But this man here, he PPG certified. He's a distributor for Auto Metal Direct. Man, he got so many accolades going on. They doing a whole frame thing up under the bottom of this, putting a small block Ford overdrive transmission in it. It's just so much stuff that they doing that it's unreal, man. So is something special about this that you wanna?
Yeah, so this right here is a 61 Ford box truck that was actually, the chassis is a 61 Ford F100 short wheelbase. The box was actually made by a different company, Aussie something, and this box is all aluminum. Everything's aluminum on this except the thresh plate down here. This is metal. So it has just kind of weird stuff. It has F100 gauges. It has a Chevrolet heater. It's just like a duck-billed platypus. It's just a bunch of stuff thrown together.
Like a checkered cab.
Yeah, it's like, so this actually was a Lance Cracker box truck here in Montgomery County and the surrounding counties in the 60s and early 70s. The guy that owns this, his dad bought this thing, and they would load up in this thing, and they would drive from here, from Candor, all the way to the Outer Banks, which is a 6.5-hour ride. Can you imagine riding in that on lawn chairs in the back all the way to the Outer Banks? So they would pull out on the beach, and they had canopies pulled off on this thing, and they would camp out and fish out of this thing for weeks at a time of the coast. This guy's father died. He passed away a few years ago, and it's been sitting at his house or at his place for a pretty good while, and he never could find anybody that would actually work on it because it's just a lot of moving parts. I mean, the doors have to be replaced, the glasses are no good. So he reached out to me a little while back and said, "Hey, look, I want to do this." And I'm like, "Yeah, I like weird stuff. Let's get on it." So, like Build on a Budget said, Fat Man Fab over at Mint Hill over in Charlotte, they're building the IFS front end, disc brakes. It's the hub-to-hub kit, ultra low. It's keeping the original 9-inch rear end. I'm having it all rebuilt. Putting a parallel 4-link system, coilovers, and the ride height is going to be this right here. This threshold is going to be about 3 inches off the ground.
Wow.
and he wants air conditioner. He's got some air ride seats he wants to put in it. But he let me pick whatever color I wanted to paint this. So that's the cool part. So I love pastel colors. So he's gonna let me paint this thing this color green. So the whole box will be green. And then this pieces right here will be a white ivory. We're gonna go with Detroit steel, old bullet style dog dish hubcaps like Built on a Budget said in one of his videos. And they're gonna be color matched to match the truck.
Okay.
The box, and he wants to be able to get in this thing with him and his wife and just go to cruise-ins and car shows and just have a good time. He wanted air ride on it, but I talked him out of air ride because we'd have to cut the floor and and I didn't want to destroy anything that was already there that was his father's.
Okay.
So I wanted to keep it as much, but it's in real good shape. It don't rust because it's aluminum.
All righty. So now we got another vehicle out here, and we're gonna bring this thing to a close because we got to get back down the highway. But I didn't want to just come here without showing his stuff, telling his story. Y'all see what we got? Like I said, y'all guys, he's from the Peach Capital down here in Canada. Y'all guys, man, go to his channel. Don't just click on it and look at it, but subscribe to it. Let's see if we can't get this channel, man, over the 1,000 mark, man, on these couple of videos. I know y'all guys support Built on the Budget and a lot of stuff that he do. Support my friend here, man. He's not asking for this support. I'm offering it to him because I know that I got real good subscribers, man. So y'all look at his channel and y'all see what he need and subscribe to it, man. Let's run his numbers up. He's worthy of that, man. And know that Built on the Budget has found a real nice friend. Y'all seen one of those there? When the last time you seen one in a wagon? And he also got a Mini. So look, we're gonna shut this thing down, and me and John gonna get back on the road. So all of y'all out there that think all of the call outs had malice intent or whatever, you see we all friends here, man. This is what we do. So if you got a misunderstanding about what you might have seen on our channels, know that you was really wrong, because it's the car game, man. It's the culture. And this is one thing that'll bring everybody together is old cars, man. Some rust, some paint, and some wrenches, man. So look, John
Ray,
said,
I got something for you. Look right here. Look right here in my hand. Look right here. Look right here. Pay me now. Pay me now. Pay me now, brother. Pay me now. Pay me now. Bam. I can do it for you. Do it for you right here.
who is this for?
Right.
But see, you messed up. You didn't call it out.
Cold Stone.
That is nice.
That sounds good, man. I like that.
Nothing but love for you, Ray. I ain't mad at you. I ain't got nothing but love for you.
All righty, man. And so
I
look,
appreciate you.
we appreciate you, Jeremy. We appreciate you taking your time out your busy schedule
Keep talking.
to accommodate us, and we glad, man.
So everybody's got to help everybody. So here is a tech book that I give all my students. I'm giving it to Build on a Budget. This right here is the official custom restoration guide that PPG offers when I give people classes. It gives everything in here on everything about restoration. So I'm giving that to him. Also, I got to digging last night and I found 2 cab corners for his 70 C10 that he's working on. So now he's got something that he can work with that. And these are USA parts. These ain't the other ones. I've had them for a minute. And also, the Peach Festival. Y'all boys and girls need to come to the Peach Festival.
Okay, look. Talk about the Peach Festival.
All right, so July 18th is a Thursday. But from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, down here at Fitzgerald Park, which is right in town, 5 minutes from here, they have a cruise in. Anything you got, bring it. Motorcycles, cars, boats, whatever you got, trucks, whatever. They're going to have bands, they're going to have food. That's Thursday night. And then Friday night is the exact same thing. And then Saturday is the full-blown festival. Train rides, helicopter rides, bands, the parade's at 10 o'clock. I think they told me the other day there's like 450 entries in the parade right now, and they're still taking entries. There'll be over 25,000 people right down here in the Peach Capital. So if everybody didn't know, Candor, North Carolina is the original peach capital of the state. That's why I say that in my videos. So I'll be there in something. So if you see me, come holler at me.
And y'all got that Peach Festival.
That's right.
July 18th through the 20th.
Yep.
2024. And you say the time is at
Yeah, so the time on Thursday, which is Thursday, July 18th is from 4 to 9 p.m. They got a bunch of all kinds of bands. And then on Friday, which is Friday, July 19th, which is 4 to 9. And then Saturday, the parade kicks off at 10. But everybody will be there at 7, and it's from 7 to 5 or 6. And then they have music after that as well till like 9 o'clock. So,
well, listen, on the behalf of Built on the Budget and his channel, I like to say I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you allowing me and my buddy John to come up here, man, and just see the nice place that you got. We hope to see you again, and we're gonna always be talking to you. And so I want you to end my video with what you say about the
All right.
sleeping around.
all right, so boys and girls, this is what I say.
Say it slow enough so they can hear
All
you.
right, let me slow it down. Let me slow it down for you.
Slow it down. Slow roll.
Slow roll. Don't worry about the man up the road. Don't worry about the man down the road. Sweep off your own front porch before you watch sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first at loose end drag. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.
And Kate Armstrong what you want to do with it?
I'm telling you the truth. This has been a hell of an experience today. I want to thank Jeremy. I want to thank Built on the Budget. Keep them old cars on the road. And if not, call us. We'll pick them up.
Yes, sir.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
And into the next one.
Peace.